My name is MC Leong. You call me MC, but I do not issue MCs. Well, this story unfolds in October last year. My wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. So how it happened was that she noticed there was some nipple discharge, and then she went for a mammogram. She went to the gynae to do the checkup and support. So the gynae actually could not find the reasons for such discharge because it could not sort of sense it and feel it that it is. So that left us no choice but to go to a proper hospital for further diagnosis. So we went to our hospital nearby. We are staying in Leong. So my wife is not with me because she's taking care of the kids. So we went to the doctor, and the doctor did a mammogram and did the ultrasound as well. Nothing. Okay, nothing was shown, but that does not explain the discharge. So finally, she went for a biopsy. Okay? So some live tissues were taken off from the left breast and was under analysis. And the results came 1 week later, and we noticed that it is actually what I call it, the diagnosis is such that it's called carcinoma, ductal carcinoma in situ. Okay, it's under in situ lah. So it's cancer basically. It's a quite low-grade cancer. So since it's at an early stage, she was quite relaxed, quite taken in quite well. But she needs to see a breast surgeon as quickly as possible. So if it's possible, to remove just only the lump, the cancerous lump, and instead of removing the entire breast. So what happened was that I asked her, no, she's not Christian, she was not Christian then, and I asked her, why don't you go to healing rooms? It's open on Monday evening, just go. You know where it is. So she asked me, will you follow me? She said, no, I won't follow you. You know why I won't follow her? It's because I know deep in my heart, just like the woman with the blood issue, and she was crawling on the floor on the ground to touch Jesus' garment. I want her to go through the same experience. So I said, no, I won't go. You know where it is? Just go by yourself. And it was raining. We came from Leong. You can imagine the traffic jam all the way to here. She went through it. Okay? So she met up with Pastor Bin Singh and Josephine. So Josephine drove Josephine Snow, myself, leaders, and it was prayed for. And there was a prophetic word called out that your breast would not be removed. So of course, that gives her some spirit. And she accepted Christ on that night itself. Okay? That's right. So she didn't know that's the deal, that you have to receive Christ. Okay? No, so just joking. Well, she received Christ and she came back and she could sleep the following nights because she was also anxious, but she could sleep that night. So she had an operation scheduled about 2 or 3 weeks later. We went to a medical center in Sumanjaya. Needless to say, no who, what. Okay? So we went to the top surgeon, breast surgeon, that's well renowned in Malaysia. So she did the operation, and it was just a lump that was removed. So 1 week later, the post-surgery reports came in, and bad news, the cancer is still there. What it means is that the lump that was removed, there was still, the margins where the cut was made, there were still traces of this carcinoma in situ, this duct, this CIS, still there. So it means that the surgical cut wasn't clean enough. The margins, the cut was not big enough. So the only conclusion by the doctor was to really remove the entire breast. That's called mastectomy. So she was, well, I was going to say heartbroken. Okay? And I myself was thinking, now will her faith in God be shaken as a result of this? So So I was praying in the background. And we went for our December trip. We went for our holidays with my 3 kids and 3 daughters. So we had a good time. I don't think she will have a good time anyway, but it's just a way of lifting up her spirits, you know, just to know that she's able to perform as they told me after she comes back from the vacation. So it was the week to the 2nd surgery. On Monday night again, you know what happens, okay? I asked her, why don't you go to the healing rooms again? Okay, she said, okay, fine. Yeah, go with her. What do you think? Of course not. Right? I won't go with her. No? Let her go by herself. So she went just merely to ask for peace, that she goes through the breast removal successfully and everything else. That was her thought then. There was a word given out. Wait. Keep on waiting on the Lord. So to her, that does not mean anything. What wait on the Lord? It's already dead end. It's D-Day. The D-Day is on Thursday. Next 3 days. Okay? What can God do in just 3 days? When it is pretty clear that it's going to be a total removal of the breast. So that was what I was thinking to myself. I told her, God's ways are not your ways. Okay? No matter what it is, there's always something that can turn around. Just got to believe in it, no matter how. But of course, being an early Christian, an infant, this does not really mean much to her, but I said, just press on. Now, interestingly, 2 days prior to the healing rooms, which are on Saturday, she went to our morning market. We have one in Leong. And we have this mobile hawker or stalls that is lined up on the street. And there was this stall owner who's actually a Chinese woman who sells Chinese medicinal products, foodstuffs, things like that. So she casually went to that store. I mean, my wife has met with this woman several times face to face, but not really that close. So this woman has a very nice, nice countenance. So it causes my wife to ask her, what should I eat if a person were to have cancer? What kind of medicine, what kind of Chinese food stuff to eat? So a conversation emerged after that. So apparently, this Chinese store owner is actually a Christian too. And the owner asked, why don't we pray together at the store in front of everyone else? Okay. And that was the woman actually is with a local church somewhere. So she was prayed over. Okay. And also she was also given a phone number of this owner's friend, who's actually a breast cancer survivor. Why don't you contact her? She is working with the Breast Cancer Association of Malaysia. Why don't you talk to her so you can get all the necessary medical advice that you ever need and support, the emotional support and everything else. Okay, so that's good. She got the number, but she didn't do much about the number. She didn't call up immediately. So she left it until on Tuesday to make the phone call. So when she rang up the breast counselor, the breast counselor already immediately knows what my wife wants to ask. I know you are not happy. I know deep inside you do not want your breast to be removed, isn't it? So you want to have a second opinion. And you will not rest until you get a second opinion. So this breast counselor actually referred her to another doctor, just as good as the first surgeon. Actually, these are the first and the second top breast surgeons with another hospital. So she immediately even taught my wife what to ask, because this surgeon is so packed, her appointments are so packed until 2014. By the time she reaches 2014, her mastectomy would have been done and over with. So she immediately taught my wife what to say to the nurse to get an appointment. And she got an appointment the next day. Actually, it was the same day itself, Tuesday itself. I was up training at the hotel, I'm running courses, okay, corporate training courses. So I received her SMS. The new doctor says, no need to remove. All praise the Lord. Okay. No need to remove, just do another lumpectomy, but bigger margin. So to her, she said, wow, this is going to be a miracle because the first doctor, the first top surgeon says, you cannot do anything else. You just got to remove the entire breast. But the second one, the doctor says, you just have to do it one more time. I said, well, okay, I think this is kind of opinion that it's worth doing. Do it. And she was scheduled. So she has cancelled the first surgery, which is on Thursday, and she had to reroute it on a Friday with a second surgery. So the surgery was done successfully, and a week later, you got the results. No more cancer traces. Okay? So I praise God for that, because to me, although it looks like to be a last minute, this is not a last minute God that we have. It is, to us it's last minute, but to God it is His natural timing. That's why you have to wait upon the Lord. No matter how close, no matter die, okay? It doesn't mean die. Okay? The only thing is that pray, and it will happen. Okay? And this is a great thing also, that my mother also got saved, and also she was baptized in the month of December as well. So I have two salvations at the same time, my wife and my mom. Okay? So all praise to God, and just give glory and honor and praise to the Lord God Almighty. In Jesus' name.